Good afternoon. This week, the Anfield gates were closed 40 minutes before the kick-off, with more than 50,000 fans inside and thousands more turned away disappointed. They wanted to see Liverpool, the European champions, play Tottenham Hotspur with their two World Cup stars from Argentina. And once again, we provide a soapbox for the fans. First, Brian Jones from Huyton, a Liverpool supporter on the Kop for more than 17 years. What does he think of the team this season?
Oh, all fantastic, aren't they? Alan Kennedy now. I feel sorry for Joey Jones, but it's one of them things, in it, you know. I think he's just brilliant.
And this is 17-year-old Nicky Dodd, who's followed Spurs to Anfield.
Tottenham at the moment are looking quite good. The two Argentinians, Villa and Ardiles, will take a while to settle in, but once they get going, they'll be a great team.
That's the second successive week I've seen Liverpool in First Division action, and the truth is they're simply getting better and better. Of course, the game's all about opinions, and one very voluble one came to me at full time when I spoke to Bill Shankly. First of all, I asked him, how good is this Liverpool team?
Oh, well, Liverpool played the game the way it should be played. Simple. They made themselves available when they had the ball. It was the easiest thing in the world to find them with each other with passes. That's what the game's all about.
Could I ask you what was your opinion about the two Argentinians?
Well, they're obviously both good players, and they're team players. But they're strangers here, and they maybe be bored and homesick. And as they're team players, they're trying to fit into a pattern which is upsetting them and possibly the team. Because I thought that the Tottenham as a team were poor. So that it's going to be hard for two team players to come into a team game. I mean, if I'm going to buy somebody from abroad to come here, I'm not saying the boys can't play. I'm going to buy a Gento or a Best or a Matthews or a Finney, an individualist who doesn't need anybody else to play with.
Can you see these two lads lasting out the season in First Division football?
Well, I think they will, yes, but again, I'm going to say that it's the team players, and the team they're in is not really a good team.
That's a very valuable view from Bill Shankly. When I tried to get into the Tottenham dressing room at full time, manager Keith Birkinshaw said that nobody from the White Hart Lane Club wanted to say anything about the match at all. Very understandable. So, into the opinion spot this week, we brought the Liverpool captain Emlyn Hughes and our own kick-off expert, Jimmy Armfield. Let's look at the game. Is it that Liverpool have got a lot better, or that Tottenham were a poor team?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you can say that Tottenham are a poor side, because they've gone to Notts Forest in the first game of the season, got a great result. They've had good results in between then. I know that Aston Villa beat them rather soundly at home, but apart from that result, they've done not too bad this season. But I saw on the television today people trying to explain why Liverpool have done so well lately. But I think the only difference is that at the moment we're sticking away our chances. I mean, we've always created chances in games, and now we're just sticking them away unbelievable. I mean, some of the goals today were fantastic.
Jimmy, have you seen any team better than Liverpool in the First Division?
There isn't a better team than Liverpool in the First Division, in my opinion.
Do you think they've modified their game somewhat this season? They seem to be playing more long passing, getting forward more often.
Well, this is the first time I've seen them this year, but I felt a lot of the debit, you might say, went to the way that Tottenham played. I felt that they left wide gaps, particularly down the flanks. And Liverpool, or any side really, if any side in the country can expose this, it is Liverpool.
Jimmy, give me a man of the match.
If I had to go for one man, I'd go for Dalglish.
Case. Miss hit, but it's found Dalglish, and he turns and scores! Dermot put in by Highway. And the chest down by Perriman dropped nicely for Dalglish, and now Kennedy. And Souness, can he turn on it? Pulled it back for Case. Dalglish!
Well, I would make Kenny Dalglish my man of the match every time, because he's so good, and he's so good at creating space, and balls played up to him, he can turn defenders so much. I think the biggest crime of the century is how the lad never done well in Argentina, because he's such a good player, and he plays for other people so well that, you know, he's a tremendous player.
So he's going to get our magnum of champagne. Thanks very much, Emlyn and Jimmy. Well, that's a deserved magnum of champagne for Kenny Dalglish, who also deserved a hat-trick, in my opinion. Professionals' opinions are now behind us, but what about the fans, those two lads we talked to before the game? What do they think? You said they were magic before the game, and you were only feeling sorry for Joey Jones. How do you feel now?
Well, I feel even better now. I feel better for Souness, but that lad just played great. But I felt sorry for Alan Kennedy. That goal should have gone in, but he hit, you know what I mean? But it's taking a bit too much on them. And I always said 3-1 before the game. But 7-0 just out of this world.
You said it would take time for Spurs to settle down and the two Argentinians to settle down. What do you think now, though?
Well, I still think it'll take them time. You know, I think it's the back now that wants tightening up, not the attack, because it was the same against Chelsea last week. They just gave away goals like Premier League side, you know. So I'm satisfied with the Argentinians so far.
Well, that's the entirety of the opinions we gathered at Anfield today, but let's just tie up the match with the details from the statistics caption. And of course, they weigh heavily in Liverpool's favour. 29 goal attempts against 11 from Tottenham. And for corners, 5 for Liverpool, 3 for Tottenham. The offsides, 1 against Liverpool and 8 against Tottenham. And the fouls, 17 committed by Liverpool and 11 by Spurs.
McDermott. Kennedy at the far post, and in it goes. Not sure who's claiming that. I think it may have been an own goal off Lacey. Kennedy getting the congratulations of his teammate. Johnson on for McDermott. Ray Kennedy in the middle, the ball with Dalglish, and now Johnson, Souness, Dalglish did well to turn on the shot. Johnson, 4-0. Peter Taylor with just Villa to support him at the moment, and Case robbed him as clean as a whistle. And now here's Dalglish put away by Ray Kennedy. Dalglish for Johnson, number 5. Dane's now on his line, knows that he must keep still. Will Neil put it in the same place again? No, he doesn't. So that now is 6-0, and this is becoming a rout. Johnson, and Johnson the ball into acres of empty space for Highway, and Highway a brilliant crossback. McDermott it was who finished it, and what a classic goal. Tottenham in remnants. Can't he be pleased with that? Glorious long passes. Johnson finding Highway. Highway with lots of space. A great quick cross back. And the flying dive by McDermott to make it 7-0.